Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a custom dashboard using the parameterized input. Say for instance we have multiple ESX hosts and we want to show some metrics about that ESX host. And maybe we have about 100 of these hosts out in our environment. Instead of actually building 100 dashboards, one for each one of those ESX hosts, I want to be able to take these same metrics that I'm viewing here, and I want to be able to switch between those. Here you can see I'm looking at ESX01. If I want to go ahead to ESX03, I can just quickly change the page inputs on the right, and this will bring up all of the same values that I want to see, but changing the metrics behind the scene. To build this, it's actually pretty easy. We just go in to create a new dashboard. We use all data in this case. It doesn't matter if you want to build it off of a service or a custom dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and call this test. I want to go ahead and have this dashboard refresh every 5 minutes or 300 seconds. Go ahead to the next screen. I'm going to go ahead and keep this at a 2-column layout. You could choose any one of these, it doesn't matter, and then click Finish. Now that we have our blank dashboard ready to go, we just go over here into Data. Now before we get started, I want to stress something. It doesn't matter whether we're looking at an ESX host, a single virtual machine, resource pools, data centers, and so on from here. I'm going to go ahead and choose a cluster, choose Austin. I'm going to drag this up to the top of the screen where it says Parameterized Inputs. You see nothing really happened, but actually it did in the background. We can see all of the information, all of the metrics behind the scenes. It gives us to them so we can see those. And then I would simply just drag this onto the screen and then choose what I want to put. This is again just like we would do a normal dashboard that we would want to show. Here I'm just showing the overall health. I'll drag another one onto the screen, click View, and then from here maybe I want to look at the data stores for all of these. Or I could go right in and show the latency in this case. I'll go ahead and click Finish. And so once we actually have these values, again, you could put quite a bit more on here. Just showing you something simple. We go right back to the General tab, and here is our page inputs. From here, we could choose maybe to go to London. That was a quick trip. So all of our information has changed on the screen, and we can pull these up. Another interesting thing that we can do if we wanted to is that we can put another parameterized input from here. So in this case, maybe I want to look at, again, like we talked about, a host. So I would just scroll down, grab an ESX host, drag it up to parameterized input, and then from here, let me minimize that, we can actually pull in the metrics from this host. So imagine, if you will, you're taking a look at your cluster, and then you want to be able to switch from that cluster, and down below you want to take a look at an ESX host. We can then drag this in, put this on our dashboard. We could take a look at the memory utilization, click Finish. So from here, I just go back to General. You can see we now have 2-page inputs. I can choose going back to Austin. Then I can choose a different ESX host. So I can just imagine you're thinking what wonderful things you could create from this. And if you had a fixed dashboard, you could put all the VM information on the left and the host on the right, so that maybe you're looking at a VM and you want to see what host it's on. You could switch over and see if there's actually any problems from there on a single dashboard. That ought to get you started on this. You can also I'll create another video for reports that you can use parameterized inputs, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you very much.